Wide receiver now comes in motion. Comes out throwing on first down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Nice run there to keep things moving before they force him out of bounds. Clemson jumps to the line. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And I think that might be an example of the running back maybe trying to do a little bit too much. Everybody wants to try to bounce the ball outside and hit the home run, but in college football at this level, you just need to do a better job taking what the defense gives you.
He makes the connection. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. So the last thing you want to do is start the game, first drive, go 3 and out. They won't do that here. They might go 4 and out, but they'll try to convert here. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play. They're going to go right back to him on first down. Still running at the 40. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Tigers are on the move.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive. This guy break over. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack. And their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself, well, I have to get another guy in the box to slow this guy down.
Holds and fires complete to the right. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Fires to the end zone. Picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the senior just snatched the ball out of the air and gave it back to his offense. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. Powers through the defender. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down.
I love this guy because he brings a physicality to this Michigan offense. Bo Schembechler would have loved this guy. He would have loved to jog a few extra tight ends on the field, get the QB under center, student body right, and give this guy the football. He would have fit in perfectly with his running style. Man, he is hard to bring down.
Takes the handoff. It's Edwards. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. They'll try to run for it. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Complete to the left. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
I'll tell you what, that's great execution between the QB and receiver. They look like they could execute that throw in their sleep. Quarterback took his steps, threw it on time. Great route by the receiver. Nice job securing the catch.
Pushing ahead, a tough run, picks up 4. It's down at the 15. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. To the air, it's Warren. Makes the grab on the left. Touchdown, Michigan! A great catch and run for 6.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
He'll bring it out. It's Maffa. Stopped at the 29, but found a little running room after coming out of the end zone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Strong belief in this running game as he powers his way ahead and picks up 8. It's 4th and 1. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
Man, first half being that aggressive on your side of the field, that's a different world. Like, you live in the analytics world, and I know people say go for it more often. I don't see the point in going for it on that one early in the game in that situation.
Complete downfield. Let me tell you, this senior quarterback can flat fit it in a tight window.
And that's why quarterbacks take their offensive lines out for all-you-can-eat wings. Clean pocket, able to step up, scan the entire field, and pick the open receiver.
Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that one is picked off in the end zone.
And that's just a force by the quarterback. They're throwing it into cover 3. It's a zone coverage. And if you're going to try to throw it deep down the middle, you need another route to occupy the safety and take him away. There was nothing there that time. That's just way too easy of an interception for him.
Feeling some heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. On the option. He can't corral the pitch. The ball's on the ground. Touchdown, Wolverines. Not content to get the fumble. They scored with the fumble. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Michigan 14, Clemson 0.
He'll bring it out. It's Maffa. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Not a lot of time left here in the half. Let's see if they can cut into this lead.
And this drive isn't a must score, but man, you look at the scoreboard. You're down 2 scores. Jesse, you got a good opportunity. Create some momentum. Cut it to a 1-score game. This is an important possession.
Yeah, it's important to create that momentum now, David, too, and not wait to get it going here at the start of the 3rd quarter. You've got one drive here to get a couple of points. You've got to start erasing and chipping away at this deficit. This could be where the game turns right here.
Here they come to try it again on 2nd and 10 from the 29. Got it in the middle. It's Williams. They make the stop right there. Good pickup and still short of the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Solid work and execution there. They'll have a 1st down as they mark it at the 40. Clock stops momentarily for the 1st down. They'll hurry to the line. And the pressure gets to him. Down goes the quarterback. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. Second down now after the sack. Looking for a man. It's Klubnik. They're setting up the screen. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He's got first down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. Clemson is quick to the line. They'll throw it on first down. It's a fumble. The defense going to stop the clock with the timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
I ain't gonna lie, they just played him. What?
Big loss on the last play threatens to knock this drive off course. It's 2nd and 16. He's looking to throw. Got him downfield. Snowed under by the defense. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Unloads to the wideout. Ball in the air. Intercepted.
Intercepted by Michigan. And they'll take over 1st and 10.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. They're going to throw it to start the drive. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep balls.
The pass is incomplete, and the clock will stop with 5 seconds left.
Bad news on that play, it's an incompletion. The good news is the quarterback knew if his guy wasn't going to catch it, nobody was with that ball raining on bounds.
The give to the single back. And the defense doesn't let him get loose, and that's going to wrap things up here in the half. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. Coming out with it, it's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the third. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you are.
Just wanted to find a little space to run and ekes out some to get it up to the 21.
A lot of times you have these guys start, these wide receivers, they're game breakers, and you want to find ways to give them the football, whether it be screens, whether it be jet sweeps. Just find ways to give him the football because he can get 5 yards in a hurry when you need those plays, especially when you want to mix it up on the defense and keep them guessing.
And the Wolverines get enough to move the chains.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
To the ground, he's got it again. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Blasted as he lets it go. Nowhere close on that one as he got will trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down.
Well, this offense did a lot of good things there in the first half. Wouldn't surprise me if they punt this one away after that incompletion on third down. They do have the lead. I think you've got to put some trust in your defense here to not give up any points and get you the ball back.
Fires into traffic, picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. Touchdown, Tigers. How about that D coming up with a play like that?
Man, that could not have gone any worse. You're thinking fourth down, go for it. Well, even if you don't get it, you turn the ball back to their offense. Not that. You just throw a pick, and they turn it back all the way for a touchdown and get points. That is a disaster for this offense.
Little over anxious out of the stands early, and it's a false start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Klubnik. Using the quick game. He makes his way in for the two, and now they trail by only 6. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Offense getting set for first down. Pulled and finds his man on the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
Knocked down after getting 6 all the way out to the 34-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
It's third down from their own 34 as they try to keep the drive moving. To the ground to try to move the chains. He just needed a yard on third down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. The offense stays on the field. Maybe they'll try to make the defense jump. They also might try to run it ahead for 1 yard. On fourth down, they're taking to the air. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it's incomplete, and this defense makes a fourth down stop.
That is just a play you have got to be able to come up with. They don't get bigger than that. Fourth down, you've got to make the catch. Whether it's a perfect throw or whether it's off of your body, you're good enough and you're athletic enough to haul that play, and you've got to make the play for your quarterback and your offense to keep that drive alive, and he's not able to come up with it.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. Looking downfield, it's Klubnik. Grabs it in the middle. And it'll be a pickup of 9. They're facing a 3rd and 1. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. The score, Michigan 14, Clemson 8.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch, he's got enough. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. To the air on 1st down. Trying to get to it. On the run, and he'll slide to avoid the hit. A nifty pickup there. And the Tigers moving quickly to the line. Give to the back. And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing?
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them credit, too, because they knew that physically they were going to try to be challenged up front.
The offense coughs it up. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. Flying down the left side. The 30. Past the 20. The 10. And this feels like the exclamation point. The defense with a scoop and score. Getting aggressive here and going for 2. Looking downfield, it's Warren. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. It's not the greatest thing to be behind, but if you are, you might as well have a little time on your side and great field position. Throws to the wideout. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football, getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
Fires to the wideout. It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Down to the 12-yard line, it's 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Unleashes to the end zone. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that 1st down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
The aerial assault continues. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team.
That's just frustrating. You know, you're an offense, you're in a great position, you're up by 2 scores. All you do is take care of the football. Premium, taking care of the football. We're trying to run some clock. We're trying to get out of here with a W. Turning the football over is the worst thing you could possibly do.
Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Looking to throw, it's Klubnik. Here's a throw downfield late. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. He'll come out throwing on 1st down. Looking for the end zone. Falls incomplete, and he did everything perfectly except catch the football. 2nd down coming. He's looking to throw. Another interception. This guy just can't find his own players. Not much on that return, but I think they'll let him slide after making that pick, and they'll have it at the 20. 1st down for this offense. He wants to throw. Getting some heat. Fires it down the seam. This will be picked off. Maybe just the turning point they needed. Trying to take it back. Touchdown, Clemson. What a great play. What a huge moment for this defense.
How fast did this game just change? Offense in the lead with the
I mean, we know it's
football
over.
looking great. Defense makes the
We're just playing
big
around.
play. We've got ourselves a ball game now.
And the extra point was good. They got one of the touchdowns they needed, and they'll try to get the ball back right now with the onside kick. They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
Defense uses
Well, I'm
a
fast as
timeout
soon as you don't want all them
quickly, trying to
timeouts.
get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on first down. It's second and
Had all
9.
them timeouts in the past.
One man in the backfield, and he gets it. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
See what we
Quick
can do in
timeout
35
called
seconds.
by the defense, stopping the clock to save
I'll go
as
for it.
much
I'm
time as
third down,
possible
fourth down.
for their offense. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Timeout called there by the defense.
I would take my
desperate to
three,
get the
but
ball back and
what's
save
the
as
fun
much
in
time
that?
as possible. Now this is rolling the dice, or perhaps they've gone outside their head. They're already up. Boy, this could really backfire if they don't convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. Makes a catch past the sticks. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. To the air, it's Warren. Makes the grab.
He thought about it too
And he
much.
gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch. He wants to, it's a fake. The kicker wants to throw it. And it's complete. He's got the 2-point conversion, and they build on that lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They'll start this drive at their own 48. He's looking to throw it. He's got an open man. Hit
Let me
the
catch
gas, kid, wide open ahead. And he will score. Touchdown, Tigers. Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. First down here for the offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Trying to find his man on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. Hits him in stride inside the 10. And he crosses the goal line for the late touchdown, and that one just might finish this baby off.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
Back to pass, it's Warren. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
34. Clemson, 22.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Brown. And the ball's free deep in his own territory. The kicking team's
This
got it,
game's
and
terrible.
they take the ball right back. And that's how you finish it off. Scoring on the final play of the game doesn't affect the outcome. Just a little cherry
I'll take
on
it,
top of the
Angry.
Sunday.
GG's, bro. Man,
Man,
God bless
knew
you.
This one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score.